Yo, family, we are back again. High value basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Yo, we got a cool little talking point for this video. As you know, the off season is slowly coming close to an end, and the new season is coming up. So it's about that time when the NBA executive surveys are starting to come out, and they do their whole anonymous submissions about the players who they think are the best at certain positions and future outlook and all of that stuff. And so at this particular survey, we've got execs talking about the top 10 point guards of this coming season. So I wanted to just do a quick breakdown on it, and see how they fare. See if it makes any sense. So boom, hopping right in. We got James Harden listed at 10. And it's always interesting with James Harden because, basically he has become a point guard. Essentially, though, he was always a two-man. But hey, as a point guard, though, I can put him at 10 because, he definitely had himself an off year or a down year. Let's see if he could bring himself back up, though. So all of that training in the off season and, the acquisition of players that he's used to playing with should be good for him. So hopefully he'll come up. We got number 9, Chris Paul. Same thing. Well, he didn't have a down year last year, but his year just simply wasn't as super duper amazing as the year before when they had their finals run. Of course, he's still the point guard and the most amazing floor general, this generation has ever seen. So give him the nod for that. Definitely put him a nod before above James Harden. That definitely is for sure. But let's see who's above him. Damien, LaMelo Ball. Nah, fam, I can't roll with this one. Ain't no way in hell LaMelo Ball is better than Chris Paul. I definitely say we swap those two positions. I mean, I know, LaMelo can get it some highlights and stuff, but nah, the dude's IQ is nowhere on Chris Paul's level. Nah, not at all. I ain't with that. Damian Lillard. I can see Dame at the 7th spot because, of course, Damien is, to me, he's a high impact player. He's one of the few small NBA players that have a big player impact. He can lead his team, to the playoffs. Well, clearly, he can't lead them to the finals, but leading them to the playoffs in the Western Conference, that's always usually deep. Always give a man some credit for that. Number 6, Kyrie Irving. This is also a little kind of questionable. I definitely keep Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard in the same category. I know I have personally. I have always said if you put Damian Lillard on that Cavs team with LeBron, he's going to get a championship just the same. Like, to me, Kyrie and Damian Lillard are both ridiculous assassins. Of course, Kyrie may have a little bit more of a reputation, being more like, like his shooting ability seems to be more eclectic. Like, he can shoot from darn near anywhere, so to speak. But Dame and them 50-footers or them 40-footers, man, like, that's an equalizer in my opinion. And he's a better leader without question. So I definitely put Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving in the same boat. You can switch them at 6 or 7, whichever. Number 5, Darius Garland. You know what? I'm okay with Darius Garland being above Kyrie, but I ain't above him being above Damien. And now I say Kyrie, but that's only because of last year. Because, as we know, last year was just kind of a cluster bomb, with him missing all of those games. So going into this current season, he should be playing a full season. Given the fact that he'll be playing a full season, I don't see how Darius Garland can necessarily be above him. Only thing that I could possibly see is that he does play a little bit of defense. Yeah, maybe the defensive end is what bumps him up, with the execs, but I kind of don't see that. I would probably have him actually above LaMelo Ball and have Dame and Kyrie above him, honestly. Trey Young, number 4. Trey Young is interesting. I mean, he's pretty good at that spot. I'll give him that because he did run the Hawks, in the playoffs the year before, not this previous season. But the dude's got a massive bag, and he basically plays very, very, very similar to Steph Curry. He's like Steph Curry light. So given the fact that he's Steph Curry light and he has maximum effectiveness on the team, that same thing like I said before about Damian Lillard, he's a small guy who has big guy influence on the court. I can keep Trey Young there on the 4, and I definitely think he's gonna have him a nice breakout season this year as well, considering the fact he got a better running mate in the backcourt. Number 3, Ja Morant. Yeah, I ain't mad at Ja at 3 at all. I mean, heck, because when we talk about the two above him, it makes sense. Ja Morant is definitely the future of the NBA, or at least one of the future superstars of the NBA. The dude can jump out of the gym. He can shoot fairly well. He's not a perfect shooter, but he knows how to shoot like in the clutch or in big moments. And I love his attitude, Joe. He don't back down from nobody, and he's a leader. He wants the moment. So yeah, definitely Ja at 3. Then we got Stephen Curry. Now, some people may get a little mad because they got him at 2. I mean, the dude just won a championship. He definitely, put a big stamp on his legacy with that championship run. And yeah, his team actually did beat out the team that is listed for the number 1 point guard. So it is a little bit questionable here. I would personally probably have Steph Curry at number 1, to be honest. But they got him at number 2, and they got him listed behind Luka Doncic. So there we go. Luka, it's not a bad spot, of course, in him being number 1, but I can't put him above Steph. Yeah, I can't do it yet because, they faced off in the playoffs. Of course, they didn't play each other because really Luka Doncic is like a 2 or a 3 size-wise. But as far as their respective teams and the effectiveness that those teams had on each other, I mean, crap. Like, Steph Curry did the daggone thing. He beat him. So Steph Curry should be number 1 over Luka Doncic. And that's just my take on it. But hey, can't argue with the NBA execs. This is what they put out. So boom, there's a list that they put out for the coming season. I agree with most of it. Like I say, shuffle Darius Garland below Kyrie and Dame. Move LaMelo Ball under Chris Paul, and move Steph Curry to number 1. Other than that, pretty decent list. I value basketball. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Holla.